All right. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All praises to the Most High. Yet another body has been found on the top of Bell Mountain. And this time it is an Asian victim that they are saying went missing on July the 18th and was found in the parking area of Bell Mountain on the 19th. Now, if you're familiar with Bell Mountain, last year late, there were two twins, Qaadir and Naasir Lewis, who were found under very suspicious circumstances at the top of Bell Mountain. After hours, their car was parked at the bottom and they were at the top. Both of them had suffered gunshot wounds to the head. And there was a quote unquote fireman who took pictures, disseminated their pictures across the internet. But yet and still, they ruled that there was no foul play and the brothers had did that to themselves, despite evidence to the contrary of them being seen at a gas station the night before. One of them had tickets to go out of town, and a lot of other suspicious information that contradicts what the Georgia Bureau investigation said about their death. Now, this also seems very strange, and they're being a little more vague about this incident. I've only been able to find two articles about it, and I'm going to show these articles to you right now. And you can actually see this article. It says, missing Norcross man's body found near Bell Mountain, GBI says. And it goes further. And you see only about 5 or 6 sentences. The body of a missing Norcross man was found near Bell Mountain Saturday, according to the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. The GBI said Phat Tan Bui, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, was reported missing Friday. His body was found in a van in Bell Mountain's parking lot around 9:15 p.m. Saturday. According to GBI, no foul play is suspected in Bui's death. Anyone with information should contact the Towns County Sheriff Office at 706-896 blah, 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 or the GBI Regional Investigative Officers in Perry. Now, let's stop it right there, because there's something that just jumped out to me about this story. You see, the article says that he was found at 9:15 p.m. Now, you remember during the twins investigation that we were covering, the park closed at 8 p.m. and the gates were shut and locked at 8 p.m. So how is his body found in a van in the parking area at 9:15 p.m. And who is even out there at that time? Now, a few months ago, a brother had went down there. He called me and showed me some videotape footage of that park being closed. It is my understanding that the park had been shut down ever since the death of Qaadir and Naasir. Now, this guy has been missing from the same county as Qaadir and Naasir. They're missing from Gwinnett County, if I'm not mistaken. He was originally from Gwinnett County, as I think this next article says. Let's take a look at this one as well. Now, this one you see is a little bit longer with a little bit more details, just a little bit. Here it says, at the request of the Towns County Sheriff's Office, GB agents are investigating the death of Phat Tan Bui, age 38, of Norcross, Georgia. On Saturday, July 19, 2025, at about 9:15 p.m., Towns County deputies discovered a van belonging to Phat Tan Bui in the parking area of Bell Mountain. Deputies determined that Bui was reported missing out of Gwinnett County by his family on July 18, 2025. When deputies searched the van, they found Bui dead inside the vehicle. Shortly after deputies discovered Bui, the GBI was requested to assist with the investigation. Preliminary information indicates that there was no foul play involved in Bui's death. Bui's body was taken to the GBI crime lab where an autopsy will be performed. The investigation is active and ongoing. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact blah, 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 blah. So there you have two very vague articles about the death of this man. They're not saying how he died. They're not saying, where his family is. There's no family coming out. There's no, news conference. There isn't any news article, news video mentioning the death of this man. And once again, you have to realize, okay, he's an Asian man. He may be, whatever country he's from. A lot of times they don't care about the death. Once again, we're talking about Bell Mountain, Hiawassee, Georgia, where another young man besides the twins was also found in Towns County. And so this town, this town does have a history of racism. And when they talking about racism, white supremacy, they're talking about against blacks, against Asians, against Indians, against Mexicans, against Africans. Everybody is an enemy when it comes to racism, white supremacy. And as they always mention again, the GBI says no foul play is suspected. And also they requested the GBI to come in. Now, this article said that deputies discovered. So what were the deputies doing out there at that time? Were they coming out there to place another body up there like they did the twins, allegedly? And so this whole thing, smells of the whole Bell Mountain, Towns County, Hiawassee area needs to be investigated because they just keep finding these bodies there. Who is taking these bodies there? They said they found his van. They didn't say after searching the van, did they find him in the car seat? Did they find him in the back of the van? Was he fully clothed? Was he half clothed? What was there gunplay involved? They're not saying anything about this. So hopefully more information will come out. But I received this call a few minutes ago. Sure enough, that is what is happening. There's no national coverage. Another suspicious death in these mountains, on these mountains. And there have been several more that has been less reported. I think there was a soccer player from Jamaica that was found not too long ago, last year or the year before that. And a few other people have been found in these mountains. So, again, the brother told me that this park was closed down after Qaadir and Nadir's, murder. I'm going to say that. So, I don't know who. I couldn't find any pictures of Phat Tan Bui, but, hopefully his family will come forward and, kind of shed some light on who he was and, what he was like. Was he ever known to frequent that area and just park his van out and chill? Or, you know what I mean? So all of these questions must be answered when it comes to these suspicious deaths in these historically racist white supremacist town where previous suspicious deaths have happened. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this story in the comments. You see my number 919-587-7782. Thank y'all for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And as always, I wish you peace and blessings.